Good afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon in Canada, in United States. Good evening here where I am right now. Um, Today I will do my NFL Week 15 prediction. If you haven't seen it, my other preview, live IG, you could go back. You could go on my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, Too Good to Be True podcast, and listen to the other week for that I prediction that I predict we have done my prediction. I know I sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but the one thing the one thing I always do is give it my honest opinion. Now, let's start right now. Let's start today. The Chiefs versus the Cleveland Brown at the Huntington Bank Field. Well, Huntington, if you want to know what the weather's like, Cleveland is gonna be cloudy. So it's gonna be cloudy. And what is my prediction for this game? I do have the Chiefs winning it. Yes, they do. Yeah, the Chiefs are not the same. They're not the same like they used to be a previous year. But the one thing the Cleveland Brown, not the Cleveland Brown, but the Chiefs have is pretty much consistent. Yes, they have a lot of injury. Yeah, now you got Hollywood Browns coming back, and you still have D Hop, Juju Juicer. He's do his limited role, but you cannot count out Patrick Mahomes. I always said that, and I'm always gonna repeat it. You cannot count out Patrick Mahomes in those moments like this. Now for the Browns, yes, they are in the rebuild. Actually, not really a rebuild, but they need to find a quarterback, a franchise quarterback in the near future to the next draft. So to me, this is gonna be a chief win to me. Next game, the Bengals versus the Titans in Nissan Stadium. So the weather is gonna be raining. It's gonna rain in Nashville. So everybody has to bring their umbrella or the raincoat. It's gonna rain over there. So what's my prediction? Like the Browns, like I said, like the Browns, the Titans are in a rebuilding team. They need to find the right pieces. They just have a new coach just arrived. Yeah. And also, like I said, you have Calvin Ridley, who's pretty good right now. He's pretty good. But even though, like I said, your record shows who you are. That's who they are, a rebuilding team. So for that, I got the Bengals. And I think it's a lose-lose for the Bengals. If they win this, they're still in a hunt in the playoff. If they lose, they're out of the picture of the hunt. So to me, it's a win for the Bengals, for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So I got the Bengals. Now, next game, the Commanders versus the New Orleans at Caesars Superdome. The return of Marshawn Lattimore. I think he will get the biggest standing ovation in New Orleans Saints because he got traded this year, and we got a little like third, fourth round pick, which is pretty good. I gotta be honest with you, but to me, I think it's gonna be very difficult. The same thing, like I said with the Bengals. If the Saints win, they're still. I think they're still in a hunt. I think they're gonna be in a hunt. If they lose, they're completely out of the playoff picture. So to me, it's pretty much a lose lose. I want to see my Saints go to the wild card. But at the same time, the Commander are pretty good, and they're overachieving because they just lost like three straight game before the buy. So it could go both ways. So it's pretty hard to me, but I will choose my Saints. Sorry, I'm a Saints fan. I expected that they're gonna win because I'm a true Saints fan, and also that they signed Ben DiNucci, the former backup for the Cowboys. Derek Carr is out. He's ruling out for this game because of the hamstring. Oh, because of the injuries. But I got the Saints winning it. Next game, I got the Raven versus the New York Giants. It's gonna be cloudy, but I don't think it's gonna rain. So to me, the Ravens gonna win. I got nothing to say. Lamar Jackson will do Lamar thing. Their defense, I question about their Baltimore defense, and also they need to run more the ball because the Baltimore identity has always been run defense, not quarterback, not the QB. So I got the Raven over the Giants. The Giants, you know who they are. They're 0-7 at home, by the way, too. So I'm not surprised about that. Next game, the Cowboys visit the Panther at Bank of the America Stadium. So the weather in Charlotte is going to be cloudy. And I will tell you this, the Panthers play pretty good. I'm not going to lie. The Panthers play very, very good. Even though the record doesn't show it because they lost 10 games. They lost 10 games. But the Panthers are pretty going to the full pretty good right now. And Bryce Young is showing up. He's showing up actually. Even though yes, the rookie year was a disaster. The first half of the season is pretty much a little bit disaster. After they put him back on the field, you can see he pretty much have confidence on himself. So to me, I'll pick the Cowboys to win this. And like I said, the Cowboys are lose too because if they win, they're still on the hunt. If they lose, they're completely out of the picture in the playoff. So it's a lose situation for the Cowboys. Next game is the Jets versus the Jaguar at Everbank Stadium, Jacksonville, Florida. So the weather is going to be cloudy. My prediction is that the Jets are they're already eliminated, so it doesn't make any sense. So they're not playing for not. They're playing for nothing. Now I got the Jet winning it over the Jaguar because Travis Lawrence I think he's injured. Mac Jones is gonna play quarterback for the Jaguar, and I think Aaron future is on his hand, on the hand of the Jets. Sorry, my bad. Because if next year he does come back, do you think the Jets should draft a QB, a future QB? That's my question. I've been asking all season long. So, do you think that the 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 Jets draft a future QB? Leave me on the chat when I will post this on my YouTube channel. So that's the question. So I got the Jets winning it. Now next game, the Dolphins versus the Texans in NRG Stadium. This is pretty much a Texas win. CJ Stroud did not elevate his game since he's winning the rookie year, and I think it's pretty much like I said. It's going pretty much down, but he's consistent. Not 100% consistent, but just consistent. I think for this, I got the Texans winning it. I know the Dolphins is still in the hunt because look at the actually this they are in the wild card because the Jets are eliminated. The Patriots are really eliminated, and also that that it opened up the door for the Dolphins to make it into the wild card. So to me, I got the Texans winning it over the Dolphins, and that's it. That's I gotta say about that. Next game, the next game, the Colts versus the Broncos at Empire Field at Mile High. It's gonna be sunny and cloudy at the same time. For this, I got the Broncos. We gotta give shout out to Sean Payton. Even though last season I did not agree what he did to Russell Wilson. Yes, and Russell Wilson was horrible last season, but this season he's pretty good. And the Broncos, what they did, they drafted Bo Nix. And look at the Broncos, what they are. They're in the wild card. So to me, Broncos winning it. And even though for the Colts, I'm just going to go to the Colts. Even though for the Colts, they're still in a hunt, in a wild card too. Because if you really look at the AFC South, um, the the Jacksonville on they're already out of the picture of the playoff. The what is it? Not the Colts, but the what's the team? Oh, the Titans. The Titans. You know the Titans. Um, they're already eliminated. So the Colts do have life to get to be in a hunt. So to me, if Broncos all day gonna win this. Now the actually two main event game I might had. You got the Buffalo Bill versus the Detroit Lions in Ford Field, Detroit. The money game number one. Money game number one. This is going to be difficult. On one hand, I do want to see Lions winning it. But on the other side, the Bills need to win this. So I will say this. I will pick the Bills winning it. Because I'll tell you why I pick the Bills pick winning over the Lions. Because for the last few games, Detroit defense is pretty much slowing down a little bit, diminishing a little by little by little. So to me, that could be a wide open for the for the Bills. I know the offense is pretty good for the Lions. Jerry Goff having an MVP year, so does Josh Allen. But to me, like I said, the defense is pretty slowing down, even close games. So this is the Detroit have to be careful, but I gotta pick the Bills. Next game, the Steelers versus the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. For the weather over there, it's gonna be cloudy. Who's gonna win this? I mean, who needed more? That could be actually two games. Like I said, the Bills and the Lions could be a Super Bowl preview. This game too. The Steelers and the Eagles could be a preview to the Super Bowl. To me, I got the Eagles to win against the Steelers because look at what happened this week. AJ Brown calling out the media that what about him not getting involved in much on the field. You got the issue with Jalen Hurts. Brian Graham went out on somebody's podcast called tell what's happening right now between Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. All those fiascos going on. Apparently, I saw my ex from the Twitter that Graham, Hurts, AJ Brown, they're really buried the hatchet now, so they have to be focused to win against the Steelers. So that's what I said. I think in a state of emergency, I will pick the Eagles over the Steelers. But it doesn't mean that the Steelers are not going to fight back. So for this one, I got the Eagles winning it. Next game. The Patriots versus the Cardinal at State Farm Stadium. I do have the Cardinal winning it over the Patriots. Yes, they're still young. They need some pieces around them. And to me, I got the Cardinals over the Patriots. They're still in a hunt. Believe me, they're still in a hunt into the wild card. So do not count on the Cardinal, Arizona Cardinal. Believe me, the Cardinals still are pretty damn good. So I got a Cardinal. Next game, the Buccaneers versus the Chargers uh, at SoFi Stadium. I got the Chargers winning it. I mean, you cannot count on Jim Harbaugh. I mean, uh, Justin Herbert is pretty very very good. To me, that the Chargers need to win to be in a wild card, to be in the wild card, and that also that the what is it? I mean, they need to be part of the playoffs. So I got to charge over the Buccaneers. For the Buccaneers, I know the leader NFC South. But if they lose? I mean, the Falcons will be in the head of the NFC South. So that's what I gotta say about that. Next game, you had the Green Bay Packers versus the Seattle Seahawks at Lumen Field. It's gonna be cloudy. It's gonna be cloudy, and yeah, it's gonna be cloudy. For this game, I got the Packers winning it over the Seahawks. I don't know why Jordan Love they play very good. I'll be honest with you, but against the Lions, but Jordan Love need to be careful with his passing decision. It's going to be very interesting how Seattle will bounce back because yes, they did beat the New York Jets, but I feel like uh, Geno Smith is not really the same. That's what I gotta say about that. For that, because they don't, I think they need to draft a new QB. I'll be honest with you, they need to. So, I got the Green Bay Packer. So for Monday night, we got two-headed game. You got the Bears versus the Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadium, and the Falcons versus the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. For the Bears versus the Vikings, I think the Vikings gonna win this. The battle at the NFC North. The battle at NFC North. So I got the Vikings winning over the Bears. I mean, Sam Darnold played very well. And for the Chicago, I don't know what's going on. I think Caleb Winter will play decent, but the Bears already eliminated. I mean, not already eliminated, but they're gonna be eliminated to be in the hunt. So I got the Vikings winning it. Now for the Falcons and the Raiders, Falcons gonna win this, and they will play a state of emergency if Kirk Cousins does not perform against the Raiders. Michael Penix Jr. will play for the rest of the season. The next what? Two game. So I got the Falcons winning it over the Raiders. Even though the Raiders will get Shador, they will be on the top draft. So I think the Las Vegas Raiders will get Shador. It makes sense. In the whole humanity, the Raiders need something. They need something, a franchise quarterback that you can say, I want to see this guy. So the Raiders will get Shador. And that's all I got to say for today on my podcast. Actually, not on my live IG. Make sure to listen to my podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcast. My podcast called Too Good to Be True podcast with Pascal Mayala. Talk about sports, sneakers, and the culture around the world, around what's going on in hip hop, so on and so forth. I also you can watch it on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, like, leave your comment, on the community. Leave your comment on my video and notified for not missing my my previous episode on my podcast. So thank you very much for listening. See you next time.